Alright guys, it's been an interesting few days with EA Sports PGA Tour. They had the launch of the game, and they had the patch that broke the game pretty much, and they got that fixed now. So everything seems to be a-okay now, thank God. I actually was really wanting to play and do challenges and stuff like that, but they weren't being tracked, so I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I did still record a career mode video, but I wasn't able to do any challenges or sponsor challenges in that video. I might add on to that today, potentially. But we're going to discuss today here the future of EA Sports PGA Tour. They've done a community post outlining what they plan to add in the near future, at least. Now, I don't have an insight into what they're planning, everything that they're planning, but this was just a few things from community feedback that they are planning to introduce within the next couple of months or so. So let's jump right into this blog post, and I think it's really good, transparent, honest answers here, and it really helps progress and improve the game with community help, you know, and that's the best way to do these things, I feel like. So as you can see here, it says many of the topics in this list are being worked on as a result of direct community feedback, but please know it is not comprehensive of everything planned for future updates. So, of course, they're not going to share everything with us here that they're planning, but they're showing us some stuff that is a direct result of community feedback. So let's jump in. First, right off the bat, 3-click swing is coming this month, a staple on golf game for decades. This popular community request will be making a return in an update later this month. Stay tuned to our channels for updates and previews on this new edition in the coming weeks. So that's great news for any 3-clickers out there. I know there's a lot of people that do enjoy 3-click and can only play 3-click. There's a lot of I think actually a lot of disabled people can only use 3-click. They can't do the swing stick, so it's definitely good to have the option in there, as 2K now does as well. They've also gone into the updates to putting grids, so they've received comments and posts about basically the broken putting grids where you're putting, where it shows lines breaking one way and the ball actually breaks another, ghost breaks, wrong breaks, stuff like that. And they've observed it in testing, and a fix for this issue will be implemented in an upcoming update, which is great news. It's definitely a must, because it's really frustrating when you think you've read a putt right and it just breaks the complete opposite way of what it says on the screen. That definitely is frustrating. But it also says there will also be an upcoming visual update ensuring the green grid fades away after you hit your putt, and this was something that I and a lot of other creators were championing. I guess that doesn't really make sense to say it like that, but a lot of creators wanted this, and as you can see, it says it's a popular piece of community feedback, and we agree after testing putting grid fading that this implementation enhances immersion. So they're going to bring that in a future update as well, which is absolutely great news. So they really are listening to the community and responding to feedback, which is it's quite rare, you know. So these days it's getting better, but I feel like it can be quite rare sometimes. And they are making improvements to online game formats as well. So as you can see now, when you're playing the EA Sports PGA Tour, there's really only the stroke play and that's it. So hopefully they're looking to add more modes. They said here we'll be providing updates to online game formats in the live service window. We'll share more details about these game formats in the future, but we want to assure you that the team has heard the feedback and is working hard to bring you more online choices, which is definitely necessary. I think that this game doesn't have enough in the ways of like head-to-head online. I think the tournaments are great, but when you want to play with your friends, you don't really have enough options when you want to play online with your friends anyway. If you're playing local, you got a lot more options, which is it just shouldn't be like that. And they have actually talked about the camera angle and zoom issues as well. We've been investigating various reports of certain camera angles sometimes obscuring gameplay. We will be implementing improvements to remedy those issues in future updates. We are also looking into ways to improve the pre-shot zoom camera, with an area of focus being improvements for players who play without the putting grid and need lower camera angles to manually read the green. So basically, like in 2K, you can get that worm cam. I'm guessing that they want to do something like that as well, and just better camera angles and better cameras in general. Now, the camera settings that I'm playing on, I have a few issues, but I will generally say that I don't really have too many problems with the camera. Nothing that I'd really complain comprehensively about, at least. But it's good to hear that they're listening to community feedback, because I know a lot of people don't like the cameras, so it's good to hear that they're addressing that and fixing it. So next up is career mode options. So it says here, about what I was talking about in my review, that they did have options previously to do like 1-round tournaments or 2-round tournaments, and they are looking to bring that back in potentially a full rounds, that is. So like you could do two full rounds for the players or 1 full round for the players rather than doing the quick rounds, or because the only options right now are quick rounds, 4 quick rounds or 4 full rounds, and I feel like there definitely needs to be more customization there, and it seems like they are planning to bring that to us, which is great. So we have heard your feedback around wanting more options outside of quick play and full rounds during career mode, and are exploring ways to provide you with more choice in this area, because a lot of the bugs that were in the game were caused by this for some reason. I don't know why, so they had to remove it from the previous build. A little strange, but who knows. The most random things cause bugs in these games, I'm sure. That's why this new update was so bugged. It's like the amount of stuff that these game developers have to deal with is probably crazy. Now, one thing that I have been mentioning as well in my previous videos, and I mentioned to EA as well, was the cup physics. And they have said here, as a result of feedback received during early access and launch, we fixed an issue where the visual representation of the cup was slightly larger than its actual size in physics. This resulted in instances where it appeared that the ball rolled over the edge of the cup when it should have lipped in. This fix will be implemented in an upcoming update, so that's great. Hopefully we'll actually get more lip outs now, and the ball won't just like glaze over the edge or lip in. It feels like there was no way that the ball could ever lip out. Like it would either go directly over the hole nearly and miss, or it would kind of like just catch the edge and just like zoom into the hole. It didn't look great, and it didn't feel great either. Doesn't feel good when you lip out, but it's realistic, and you know it's a part of golf, so it should definitely be in there. And then they mentioned fast play as well, which is basically just giving you the option to like disable all the cutscenes and the pre-hole animations and stuff like that. I'm not going to turn that on because I really like the whole flyovers and stuff like that, and they actually give you a good idea of what hole you're playing and what to do on that hole. But once you've kind of seen it a million times, if you're playing a lot, then I can understand people wanting to turn that off and wanting to get a fast-paced gameplay experience. But me personally, I like that stuff, so I won't be turning that off. But this next one is very important and I think is great. So not only are they giving you the option to turn off the putt meter, which is where you can see exactly how far to bring back the putter and whatnot, they are also bringing in an option to make the HUD even cleaner, which I already play with all the settings, the visual aids and stuff like that, to turn off the circle and all of the blue line and the tracer and everything, because I feel like it just makes for a much cleaner experience. But there's still so much on screen, like down in the bottom left, they have all those little button hints. You're getting the option to turn those off now, which is absolutely wonderful. Thank you EA, that's absolutely great. I just love a cleaner HUD experience in general, honestly, and it's great that that'll be available to turn off. And the putt meter is going to remove the little putt meter that's on the ground while putting, which is a good option as well. I feel like I would probably play with that off as well, because I don't know how it's going to work though. Like you just going to play based off feel with that then, like you do in 2K, or is there going to be a vibration like there is in 2K? Because if there's a vibration, then that's good. Like if you play with the vibration, but I feel like the vibration almost happens while it's already in overswing on EA, so they might have to adjust that, or maybe you're just not playing to the vibration at all, you're just playing completely based off feel, which will be a lot more difficult, to be fair, but I think will be a more enjoyable experience visually, definitely, because I don't really like the putt meter that's there right now, or the putting in general is kind of not my favorite part of the game. And then they went into online matchmaking, and they're basically planning to improve the matchmaking, multiple updates to our matchmaking algorithms to improve our grouping players together, to get fuller matches, and made updates to our matchmaking mode offerings to group players together more effectively. Rest assured that we're exploring all options and are using data to make informed decisions while we continue iterating to get matchmaking into a better state. Now, they have talked about updates that they've already added, which are great. You have the options to turn off the holdout VFX. You have more options for private match difficulty, which was something that I personally asked EA about, because I feel like when you're going in there, like we set up maybe that 10-man private match, right? And we were all on our own difficulty setting, so I didn't know if people were playing on arcade or playing on tour or what, and I was playing on the hardest difficulty, so it was always going to make it a lot more difficult for me. But now you have like 5 different options. You can choose tour, you can choose sim, you can choose arcade, you can choose pro, which is really good. I love that, and it gives you a bit more options. Now it would be nice to eventually get like custom difficulty settings for your lobbies, but this is a good start at least. And they also talked about a few more hot fixes that they have, like the one for the repeating loop, which was absolutely really annoying. You had to restart your game whenever you got rewards from a tournament. And they fixed an issue that was causing players to crash when resuming a round of playoffs in career mode. And also, I know a lot of people were suffering with this issue with the TVs, with the HDR that was causing the game to crash as well. And the last issue I don't really know about too much, but fixed an issue that would cause a crash if players changed menu tabs too quickly while tool tips were enabled. So overall, very positive stuff. Very excited about the future of this game. It does seem like they're planning to really kind of try their best to support this game post-launch, not only with fixes and stuff like that, but also with the future content updates, which I'm really excited about. And I can't wait to really see where this game goes, because I do believe that this game has a lot of potential, and I just feel that they need to 100% keep on top of it. They cannot let this get away from them. They need to keep on top of it and keep players engaged, and that's going to be a hard thing to do considering they don't have like a course creator like 2K does, or societies like 2K does. They are going to have to be more on top of it than 2K are, because a lot of that stuff in 2K, like, you're a part of a community and you can just, like, when I go onto 2K, that's all I do really. I play societies and I'll do the online ranked and stuff like that. But with the EA, they're going to have to add stuff like that continuously, and they're going to have to add content. And the challenges are a great way to keep people engaged, and that is phenomenal so far, I think. But in the online sphere as well, they're going to have some stuff like that, like updates to make online better, and they have discussed that in this as well. So excited to see where it goes, and excited to see how they progress the game. So thanks for watching. This was just a little update video discussing the future of EA Sports PGA Tour. If you liked it and you want to see more, drop a like. Check out my career mode as well. Check out my second channel. I'm doing a Sherlock Holmes The Awakened playthrough over there at the moment. I did a review for that as well, so if you want to check out those, check out the Apex Hound 2. I'm very close to 10,000 subscribers. I think I'm like 40 away from 10,000 subscribers, so if you want to help me hit that milestone, then feel free to do so. And we just hit 173,000 here, so thank you for all the support and love. See you next time. Pleasure to serve you all. Peace out.